and welcome to this video. Now, a few weeks ago I reviewed the BRONC wireless tattoo machine. So this is a follow-up video for the BRONC tattoo power supply. Now these review videos are perfect for if you're on a budget. You know, sometimes tattoo machines and equipment can be really expensive, the high-end stuff. So this is sort of the middle of the road stuff, and again, it's great, it nails all those areas if you are on a budget but you still want to do a professional job. So coming up in this video, guys, we're going to do a quick unboxing just to show you exactly what you get when you purchase one of these. Then I'm going to be going through the assembly of how to put the stand together. And then finally, I'm going to show you the user interface and show you what all the functions do. And at the end of this video, guys, for you, the subscribers, I've got you a 10% discount code for all the BIGWASP Hummingbird range. So stick to the end of the video to see this. With all that said, guys, let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So guys, when you purchase a BRONC tattoo power supply, you will receive one BRONC power supply, one stand, power cable, instruction manual, and also the nuts and bolts to assemble the stand. So now I'm going to show you how to assemble the stand. It comes with the option of suction cups or magnetic base. So I'm going to be assembling the magnetic base. So first of all, I take this bolt and just insert it into here and then screw it down all the way down until the top of the bolt is hidden in the recess there, and then just take one of the magnets provided and stick that over the top. Now these magnets are really strong, so whatever metal surface that you attach it to, like your tattoo workstation, you can be assured that your power supply is not going to move. So we just repeat this process 3 times. So we've got all 3 magnets ready there to attach to the base. And now we take the base unit, and you can see the 3 holes there. And then it's just a simple case of inserting the bolts and putting the nut down onto the top and tightening that up. Again, we repeat that 3 times, and that's our base assembled. So the next job is to attach the base to the actual power supply unit. And you can see the base there has an anti-skid protection on it. So the first thing we need to do is take the bolt with the grip included in the power supply, and we're just going to punch it straight through there. And there's already a pre-cut hole of the anti-skid mat there, so it just pops straight out, allowing the bolt to go through the base unit. And then it's just a simple matter of lining up the power supply and screwing the bolt into it. All that's left to do is attach the power cable, then our pedal, and finally our machine. And that's our power supply set up. So now let's take a look at the user interface. Now with this, it's not really buttons as such, it's more like, feels like a phone screen, so it's a really light touch. That's it on there. And before we get into all the controls, first of all, just to the bottom left here, I've got a BRONC tattoo machine hooked up to the power supply. So I'm just going to put one of BIGWASP's cartridges in this as well now. And this is going to help demonstrate how the power supply works. So first of all, the big number on the screen is obviously the volts that we're running at. When you first turn it on, it's set there at 5 volts. We can move the voltage up and down. Just a simple touch of the buttons there. If you want to scroll through it quicker, literally just hold your finger on the buttons. So I've set that to 8.2 volts. So if I press the foot pedal down, you'll see the machine kick in. So there's quite a few presets on this power supply. You can see here the L and the S for liner and shader. So you can set these to anything you like. So at the moment it's on liner, and it will save that setting as 8.2 volts. If I press this button and flick to shader, you can see the shader settings currently set to 6 volts. Now let's say I wanted to have my shader set to 7 volts and my liner set to 10. I'd make sure I'm on the shader setting, the S there. I'd go to 7 volts. And then I'd set my liner to 10 volts. And now I can switch between voltages just with the press of this button. 7 for shading, 10 for lining. Move down, we've got 6 additional presets. We'll just press them now, you can see it's changing 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back to 1. And all this is basically an extension of the liner and shader. So under bank 1, I've got my shader set to 7 volts and my liner set to 10. Then we could have another bank, so let's go to bank 2. And let's say I want my liner set to 7 volts on this one. And I want my shader set to 5 volts, let's say. That will save those presets under bank number 2. So 7 for lining, 5 for shading. Whereas if I go back to our original bank, bank 1, we can see our liner's still at 10 and our shader is at our original 7. So the addition of these presets would be really helpful if you're one of these artists that like to use quite a lot of machines and they're all running at different voltages. You can stick all those different voltages in your presets, which will be saved. So this middle button here is a timer which can time how long your actual tattoo session lasts. So just one quick tap of this, you can see the little timer there turning around. That's just indicating that it is actually timing, and that will count up in minutes and then into hours. Another feature of this power supply is continuous mode, whereas this is intermittent, meaning when you press the pedal, the machine starts, and then as soon as you let go of the pedal, the machine stops. A continuous mode is when you hold this for 3 seconds, and now if we press the pedal just once and let go of it, the machine still continues to run, and then to stop the machine we just press the pedal again. Some people prefer continuous mode, some people prefer an intermittent mode. It's just down to personal preference. You can see the timer's just timed up there to 1 minute, and to pause the timer we simply press the button once. That will pause it, and we can carry on timing. Say your client was going on a break or something, and then when they come back you can press it again and that'll continue timing. And then when you finish the session, if you want to reset the timer, just hold your finger on it for about 3 seconds and that resets it to 0 again. You can use these power supplies even if you haven't got a foot pedal, and all you do is literally just hit the power button and that will start the machine, and then we hit it again and that turns the machine off. Now also available on this power supply is CPS, which is cycles per second, and duty. Now I'll cover this subject in depth in another video on how to tune a coil machine. The CPS and duty won't give you a reading for a rotary or pen style machine, but it will give you an accurate CPS and duty for a coil machine. So for those people that wanted to know how to tune a coil machine and you're lacking those figures, this power pack is also ideal for something like that. Finally, to turn the power supply off, you simply hold the power button for 3 seconds and that's it off. So now's time for a quick conclusion for the BRONC power supply. These are great for pen style machines, for rotary machines, and like I mentioned in the video, they're also really good if you've got a coil machine and you're wanting to tune it. Because with the display which shows you cycles per second and duty, this is absolutely perfect for tuning coil machines. I know some of you guys have been asking, how do I tune my coil machine when I haven't got the CPS or the hertz or the duty on the display of my power supply? And the truth is, when you haven't got that, you can't really tune it to that fine degree of fine tuning. You really do need those figures. You can tune it by ear, you can tune it by feel, but if you want to do it like I do in my previous video, you really do need these readings on the power supply, and this power supply does show you these readings. So now it's time for my personal opinion on the power supply. What I did like about it is that it has got the CPS figures, it has got the duty, which is again excellent for tuning coil machines. Also with the preset user banks, 6 preset user banks, I've not really seen this on a lot of power supplies, so this is a really good addition as well. But especially if you're an artist, like I said again in the video, if you use quite a lot of machines and each machine has to have a different voltage to run at. Pros and cons, the thing that I wasn't too keen on was the fact that sometimes when you run the power, the screen dips a little bit in brightness. It doesn't affect the running of the machine whatsoever, but it was just something that I noted, and I like to give an honest, unbiased opinion. It's not the best power supply on the market, but is it worth the money? I'd say it's definitely worth the money. And again, if you're on a budget and you're looking for a power supply which is going to do a professional job but at a lower cost than the higher branded ones, this one's definitely worth considering to purchase. So I did say at the beginning of this video, guys, I did have a subscriber 10% discount code for you. So to get your 10% discount, not just on one of these, but on the whole BIGWASP Hummingbird range, just follow these simple steps. So to get your extra 10%, guys, follow these really simple instructions. You can either type this link into your browser, or to make it even easier for you, if you scroll down into this video's description box, I've made a clickable link which will take you directly to the BIGWASP website. Once there, you don't have to bother with the email offer because I've already got a discount code for you. So simply add all the goodies to your basket, go to checkout, and when you get to the shipping stage, go to the discount code box and enter Jono Smith. This will give you a further 10% on all your products. So that was a review on the BRONC tattoo power supply. If you have got one of these or thinking about getting one, feel free to drop your comments in the box below. And if I can ask you one favour, guys, if you did like this video, smash that like button, let me know that you've liked it, subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, it's really important to check that notification bell to stay up to date with all my latest videos. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.